Hello, my sound is audible. Hello, hello. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. Uh, Today we're going to discuss about the MCQ on chapter numbers fifth and sixth. Okay, so chapter number fifth we'll discuss first, and after that we'll go for six. And the similar types of questions we'll also going to discuss related to this facility location and plant layout. So let us we consider the first objective type of questions to be asked in your exams. A good plant layout gives worker safety, gives the time and distance, then integrates man, material and machines, streamline the flow of materials. So here's we'll see the what is the answer of this all these questions. Then we'll discuss about the right answers. Use worker safety, use times and distance, integrates the man, material and machines, streamline the flow of materials. So here's which is the correct answers we'll see. So here it is a D. D means streamline the flow of material. Sometimes confusions might be there in your mind. Integrates man, material, and machines. So it is not sufficient. Streamline flow of the materials means raw material to finished product without any interruptions. If it is there, then it is called a good plant layout. So here's streamline the flow of materials from raw material to finished product. In between this number of process will be there: machining process, casting process, or the heat treatment process, grinding process, and then the product will get finished. So if you see our continuous type of production system, then here is the flow of material is streamlined. So here sometimes questions will be there. A good plant layout related to continuous or mass productions. We'll see that streamlined flow of the material means a continuous production will be there, mass production is there, then there should be continuous flow of materials. The second, interference allowance given to the worker due to filling coolant time to time, wash hands, loss of production time due to simultaneous stoppage of two or more machines, earn more money. So here is filling a coolant time to time. So filling coolant time to time because of this any problems in the allowance loss of production due to simultaneous stoppage of two or more machines. Suppose mass production is there, then one or two machines will get stopped. Then total productions will stop because the second machine is depends upon first machine. So this is the interference allowance. Let us we see what is the answer of two. So answer of two, that is the C. What we have discussed, this is the correct. Loss of production due to simultaneously stoppage of two or more machines. Suppose uh, any production is there. In that production, one by one, four, five machines are there. A man is working on one machine, and second machine is operated maybe automatically. But the stoppage of the second machine, the production on the first machines will get stopped. So this because of the line layout or production layout, one of the machine will get stopped, all machines will get stopped, and production will get stuck up. So this allowance is called interference allowance. For examples, uh, lathe machine, milling machine, and slotting machines. Like these three machines are there. The product is moving from lathe machines towards the milling machines and after that slotting machine. So once lathe machine product will get over, then it will go to the milling machine. But sometimes the product on the lathe machines will get worse and there is a problems related to milling machines. So milling machines maybe breakdown maintenance or maybe some problem. So here we required certain interference alarms. Okay. Then question number three, which type of layout is used in shipbuilding or aircraft industry? See that shipbuilding and aircraft industry. So this is the heavy product, big weight is there, large size is there. We cannot move this product from one place to the next place. Under such situations, we can arrange the manufacturing facility around this product. So it is called a fixed layout. Okay. So answer uh, three, question number three answer is a fixed type of layout. So next, fourth answer in TMT unit of time measurement. So this is mixed question of fourth chapter. So this is related to TMU, times measurement unit. MTM related to TMU, time measurement unit. So this questions in our fourth chapter, measurement chapter. Fifth question, process layout is suitable for job production, continuous production, mass production, batch production. So process means machining process, casting process, forging process, rolling process. So here's batch-wise productions will go ahead. So here this is the batch production. Then question number six, which type of layout is in automobile industry? Automobile industry, product, process, fixed or groups. So here, automobile industry, two types of automobile industries. There, one is the continuous types and one is the batch type. But related to this six questions, let us we see either process or product layout. Six numbers B. This is the process layout, automobile industry. But see that in number of industry, automobile industry, there is also continuous production, mass production is there. There is a product layout. A manufacturing of engine heads, continuous production is there. So some of the cases where continuous production is there, then we can use a product layout. But automobile industry group of the batches of the products are there and their process is different because in automobile we require casting product, we require forging product, we require machining product. So casting product is it is the one of the batch. Forging, let us consider the crankshaft of the IC engine. So here is the forging product. This is the group of the batch. So once that process will get over, then it will go to the next. So here automobile industry normally we can use the process layout because number of processes are there. Then question number seven, product layout is suitable for. So here product layout always you have to select for continuous or mass productions. Then questions number eight, once again it is related to time measurement. TMU stand for time measuring units. So yesterday we have seen time measuring unit, one time measuring unit is equal to 0.006 minutes. So that you have to remember. Now next nine question is that line balancing is necessary for following type of this. Line balancing. Now this line balancing, it is not in our syllabus, but where we require line balancing. Question number 9, A is there. So product layout, line balancing. It is related to product layout, and next name of product layout is the line layout. That's why uh, one machinery, a number of machinery in one line, and need to balance this production. So here, very important to balance the process on the various machinery. So here, line balancing is related to product layout. Fixed type of layout, it is related to, say that automobiles related to process. Sugar industry, it is the continuous process. Textile industry, this is also continuous. But shipbuilding, big product is there. So here fixed product layout we require. Then selection of material handling equipment is important decision as it affects on handling system. Selection of material handling equipment is important discussions as it affects on material. Cost efficiency, cost and efficiency. So material handling equipment, here two things we have to consider: cost and efficiency. Let us take one example in sugar industry. Conveyors are there. So conveyor cost, that is also important, and continuous flow of sugar cane, this is also important. So here cost and efficiency, these 2 points, it is very important in the material handling system. Intangible factor of facility locations are site cost, material cost, that is site cost, material cost, transportation, utility. These are the direct involvement. This is the tangible factor, and community attitudes. This is the intangible factor. Community attitudes means school, college, hospitals, market, like this. Okay. So here intangible factors for facility locations are community attitudes. Then tangible factor for facility, transportations, utility. So this is a tangible factor. We require road, rail, etc. Hydroelectric power plant is the example of hydroelectric power plants. So 14th, number 14th we'll see. 14th, they have not given answer. So here hydroelectric power plant, hydroelectric power plant, which is examples of. It is not fixed position. It is not process. It is a product type of layout. Hydroelectric. Then 15, main objective of good plant layout: reduce the manufacturing cost, better service to the customer, increase the employee safety. All these things we required to be good plant layout. Manufacturing cost, actually we need to reduce. Better service, uh, and spares part to the customers, and increase the employee safety. All these are correct. In Thurbling's color for each search, search. So you know that 18 Thurblings are there. 18 Thurblings. Out of this, which colors is actually required for this? So it comes under the work measurements. So what is the colors for this Thurbling? Critical examination. Thurbling's colors. Here is search, find, select, grasp, hold, transport. Like this, Thurblings are there. Symbols is there, code is there, and color is there. So here question is there. Thurbling's color for search. Search operation is there. Here we can use the black color. So it is related to work measurements. Then 17. fixed position layout is also known as fixed position layout. Fixed position layout is also known as. What is the alternative they have not given? So let us think over the plant layout. So here manufacturing layout. So what is your answer? Static layout. Fixed position layout is also known as static layout. And what is the next name for product layout? Line layout. Process layout, next name is functional layout. Fixed position, next name is static layout. And cellular layout, this is also called group technology layout. So, like these names are there. So, here's question number 11 to next 20, they have not given, but we will discuss these questions. 17 questions we have discussed related to this. Okay. So, anybody want any explanations about these objective types of questions related to facility locations and plant layout? So, is required. So let us think over the some of the questions other than this factors affecting plant locations. So here two types of factors are there. First is tangible factors and intangible factors. Uh, Intangible factors related to government policy, then the attitudes indirectly which will affect on the productions, but tangible factors which is raw material, transportations, labor, these things will be there, tangible factors. So which land cost is more, either urban or the rural areas? So urban areas land cost is more than the problem faced in which area related to manpowers, urbans or rural. Rural. Skilled workers will get in the urbans or rural. So here is urbans. Then labor rates are higher either in urbans or rural area. Here is the urban area. Trade units problems normally in urban or rural with urban area. Then communication, lack of facility in the rural area. So this much objective type questions will be there in the recent uh, site selection or locations. So factors affecting on the plant layout, type of production, production system, product locations, volume of production, machine equipment, the future expansions. So these are the some of the alternative we required. Then what are the advantages of the good layout? The economic use of production, storage and service spaces, efficient utilization of machine and labor, effective production planning and controls, higher safety and improved working conditions, lesser capital cost investment, improvement in the quality, better and convenient storage facility. This is the good plant layout characteristic. Then type of layout, that is the process layout. All lathe machine, cutting machine should be in one place. So these are the examples for the process layout. Disadvantages here, process layout. The longer processing time is required for this process layout. After this, line or product layout, all should be in one line. Some of the examples of the line or product layout: textile, sugar, petrochemical industry, fertilizers industry, paper mills, refrigerator manufacturing, transformer manufacturing, electronics appliance, pressure cookers are the examples of this. Then static layout or fixed position layout. Here's a big or heavy components are there. You can use fixed positions or uh, static layout. So this is about the production uh, plant layout and site locations. So you can go through that notes also related to this facility location and facility location, urban and rural, and plant layout. You can remember the product or line layout, process or functional layout, then layout, uh, static layout or fixed layout, and cellular or group technology layout. So here's at least you can remember the one of the example as stated in the last 2 3 lectures. So this is about the objective questions to be asked in your exams related to chapter number 5. Chapter number 5. So here some of the examples related to all types of layout you have to remember. Then what are the advantages and disadvantages while selecting site in urban area? Then second, what are the advantages and disadvantages while selecting site in the rural area? This much you have to remember. Okay. Now we go to the next the chapters, that is the job evaluation and merit rating. Very few questions to be asked related to this. But before going to next chapter, some of the examples I will repeat so that you will remember. Whenever product or line layout is there, here continuous flow of materials will be there. Some of the examples are continuous manufacturing, automobile industry. Continuous if it is there. Steel rolling mill, textile mill, sugar mill, petroleum, paper mills. So these are the examples of product or line layout. And main disadvantages of this is the expensive, which is not flexible, difficulty in supervisors, production planning and controls. So this is in the line layout. One of the machines will get breaks, the total unit will get stopped. Okay, so this is the product or line layout. After this process or functional layout, this is designed for non-repetitive intermediate type of production, means batch type of production. Low volume is there and variety of jobs are there. So here process layout or functional layout, non-repetitive jobs are there. Intermediate types of production means batch production is there. Low volume is there. and variety of jobs will be more. So examples I have given: heat treatment shop, press shop, forging shop, fabrication shop. So these are the examples of this. The main disadvantages of this here practically we are facing certain difficulty in material handling. It is not that much uh, economically as compared to product or line layout. Here high inventory carrying cost is there. Supervision and skilled labor is required. Means the labor, all-rounder labor actually required. Less work in progress, lies lack of the line balancing and coordinations. So these are the process layout. Now fixed or static layout. So fixed position, very big jobs are there. Hydroelectric turbines are there. Very big turbine you might have seen the particular dams which required for power generation purpose. So turbo generators, hydroelectric turbines, shipbuilding, aircraft manufacturing industry, locomotive industry. There fixed type of layout is there, static types of layout here. But what are the disadvantages of these fixed positions and static layout? Higher capital investment, unsuitable for small component, large quantity component, high production cost and high skill is required. So these are the disadvantages related to this fixed position or static. Only examples you have to remember. Other things automatically come to into picture. Examples you have to remember. So whatever the big products are, hydroelectric turbo generators are there, ship buildings are there, aircraft manufacturing industry, locomotive industry, locomotive industry are there. So let us we go to the next chapter, that is chapter number 6. Chapter number 6, job evaluations and merit rating. Job evaluations and merit rating. So this question is mixed. Advantages of urban area. So this question might it is expected in the chapter number 5th, but it is added in the chapter number 6. Advantages of urban area. Land available is cheaper. No. Urban area that is costly. Excellent communication network. Yes. Small and big support industry are available. Skilled workers are available. So here's urban area. Skilled workers are available. An excellent communication network is also available. But here two answers are there. Which is the correct answer? We'll see in one. So C is the correct. Small and big support industry are available. Neither skilled workers, but in our difference between urban and rural, skilled workers always be in urban area. Excellent communication always be urban area. Land is costly in urban area, and obviously in urban area because of MIDC, small and big supporting industries are there. So there is this point rate system is a type of method, either job evaluation or merit rating. Let us see to B. Merit rating. Point rate system. This is the merit rating. So after this, we'll discuss about the type of the method of job evaluation and type of methods of merit rating. So here point rate system, it is related to merit rating. Performance rating verified qualified worker is 100. Qualified worker is there. Performance rating is 100. Merit rating is useful for rewarding person, industrial safety, machine knowledge jobs. Rewarding person because performance is defined. So observed time is 5 minutes. Performance rating one normal time is. So here 5 into 120 divided by 100. Whatever answer you will get, that is maybe 6. Dash describe clearly requirement of jobs. Either job analysis, job description, job specification, job classification. So here clearly requirement of job 6 numbers. Answer is not there, but here we'll discuss the job descriptions. It clearly indicates about the requirement. Specify the attribute process by the employer to complete the jobs. Job specification. Checklist method is the technique of merit rating, and assessment of the required job is known as job evaluations or worth of job. Job evaluation it is worth of merit rating. It is particularly it is related to determine the worth of a job individually employees particular division of workshop machine. It is individually employees. So this is the answer of this. So let us we consider some of the questions which is not included in this chapter number 6, job evaluations and merit rating. So first questions, uh, what is the actually job evaluation? Please decide the worth of jobs. This is first. Now, objective of job evaluations uh, to establish the correct wages system in the industry or base for wages system, then set the responsibility and authority related to the jobs. Then we have to review the wage structures if the job evaluation is there. Then this job evaluation it will help for recruitment of the manpower, selections, promotion and transfer purpose, and maintain good relations between the employer and employee. So these are the objectives. On this basis, multiple choice question will be there. Here, whenever waste system is there, structure of waste system is there, responsibility and authority is there, periodic review of waste structure is there. Always we have to go for job evaluations. Because of the job evaluations, we can go for promotion, transfer, and recruitment. And whatever are the problems in between employers and employees, means worker and management, by the job evaluation, to remove the inequality in the wage system, we can maintain the good relations between employer and employee. So this objective of the job evaluations. Now, any bonus or any incentive system is decided on basis of job evaluation. That point also you have to remember. Now, job evaluation process in this three part will be there. Job analysis, meaning gathering all information about the job, work content, job summary, skill requirement, and physical demand. So, what actually requirements, informations related to the job? For example, gearbox is there. Information about the gearbox, what thing, number of speed, reduction factors, the power supplies, power output, speed. So, like this analysis we are doing, it comes under the job one. And job description, it contains a written statement on the duties, responsibility, material, tool, machines to be used. Written statement. Job descriptions means written statements. which is related to responsibility, authority, materials, tool, and machines requirement. Okay. Job specification specify the quality and attributes required by the employees to perform the job satisfactorily. Right person for right job. This is the job specification. Specify the quality and attribute required by the employees. Quality of jobs, in which way we will going to manufacture, that is already specified by some standard, Indian standards, the technology standards, and that will going to achieve. This is the specification. So here's for example, I have given related to this job evaluation procedure. Uh, Example, washers, I have given washers ID and OD. So in this job analysis, material type, thickness, OD, quantity, etc. Job description, we will take the responsibility to manufacture this, which machine, which die is required. Job specification means OD, ID, and thickness you have to specify. So these things actually we required in the job evaluations. Now, method of job evaluations. Uh, Try to remember, so ranking is the first method in the job evaluation. In ranking method, judge the job as a whole and determine the relative values by ranking one job against the others. One job against the others. So you can make lower tolerance first jobs, after that next tolerance, after that higher tolerance. Tolerance wise, you can make the rank of the jobs. Then grade and classification methods. Suppose three products are there manufactured as per their standards. So depends upon surface finish. 25 microns, 20 and 15 microns, you can give the grade. So this is the grading or classification system. So job evaluation systems, first is ranking method, second is grade or classification methods, then third factors comparison method. The rank of the jobs are compared with the relative mandatory scale or in terms of money. Factor comparison. Money is the one of the factors. On basis of money, we can compare this. Point ratings method. In this method, it is evaluated against pre-given jobs. Evaluation plan is there. Simple against rating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this point you have to give, and you can calculate the which jobs will get more point. That is your good job. So these are the methods of job evaluations. Then next we'll go to merit rating. So what is the merit rating? It is a systematic evaluation of employees' performance on the job in terms of the requirement of the job. The employees are related on certain factors such as attendance, corp- operations, initiative, safety, habit, judgment, creativeness, honesty, intelligence. So these uh, things actually we required while deciding the performance of any worker. Once again, I will repeat, in order to decide the performance of the workers, what we required here, the attendance, cooperation, initiative, safety, habit, judgment, creativeness, honesty, and intelligence. Main objective of merit rating, the once again it is related to justify the wage increasing system. Employees need to make it permanent. Division of the worker, assign of the work, promotion, protect the employer discriminations between the employer and employees, better supervision, better production planning and controls. We can decide the date of delivery. This is one of the part. Counseling purpose also be required. Training and selection purpose will also require this merit rating. So you can. Just remember the points in the merit rating, training, selection factor, etc. Now, methods of merit rating. So here, straight line ranking method is there. Descriptive or easy type merit rating is there. Force choice methods and graphic rating methods. So here, four methods are there in merit rating. Straight ranking methods. In this method, each worker is ranked in his group against each other. Just like military organizations, you can make the rank in the organizations by comparing the one workers with the other workers. Then descriptions or easy type of merit rating. In this method, in charge write on essay on each subordinate. Your essay type description means what is the quality of that worker, you can write in the brief about this. Four choice methods means in this method characteristics are printed on the papers and in charge is asked to workers to make the tick on this. Four choice means forcefully we can ask the question. Graphic rating method. In this system, points in numerical values are given for poorest and for the best worker and we can make the graph. Poor to best workers graph we can make. So these are the method of merit rating. So with this, we have completed the objective type of questions on chapter number 5 and chapter number 6. Okay, so up till now, we have gone through the assignment booklet and related type of questions to be expected in the our coming exams. That also we have discussed here. So here, difference between job evaluations and merit rating. If you make it clearly, all type of questions which will going to ask in your exams, it will get clear. Job evaluation and merit rating difference you have to remember in your study materials, uh, study material or class notes or PPT assignment, etc. I have given the clearly the difference between job evaluation and merit rating. You can remember once you will get the clear idea between job evaluation and merit rating. Each and every questions will going to solve. So this is about the merit rating. Anybody having any questions? So last time we have taken one examples related to merit rating, and whenever next practicals will be there, we will take one more examples related to merit rating, how the earnings to be there. But before that, the difference clearly need to mention between merit rating and job evaluation. Anybody having any problem related to these questions? No problem. No problems. Okay. So up till now we have covered the all types of objective questions from first to last chapters, and similar types of questions which will going to ask in your exam. Specific things you have to remember. So the difference between job evaluation and merit rating and its methods. Four methods at least we can remember. If you come down to these site locations and plant layout, in site locations you have to remember the difference between the urban area and rural area. Its advantages, disadvantages. Similarly, for rural advantages and this. If you set the industry in urban, what will happen? If you set the industry in rural, what will happen? So this difference also you can remember. Next thing is there are four types of layout with examples you can remember. Product layout, line layout, process layout is there, functional layout is there. Then here fixed position and static layout is there. And next is the cellular technology, which is not in our syllabus, but here up to fixed position layout you can get it clear. This is also called static layout. And the example of each layout you have to remember. So at least two, three example of each layout you have to remember. After that, difference between product layout and process layout. A product layout normally continuous mass production we can use. Process layout job production we can use. What are the advantages for the product layout? What are the disadvantages of the product layout? Similarly, what is the advantages of process layout and what is the disadvantages of? So this difference you have to remember. So in these two chapters, how many difference you have to remember? First difference, site location system in the rural and urban area. This difference you have to remember. Second, product and process layout difference you have to remember. What is layout and what are the types with certain examples you have to remember. After that, job evaluation and merit rating. Meaning of job evaluation, meaning of merit rating, types of job evaluation, types of merit rating, and after this job evaluation merit rating, what is actually use of these two systems from the industrial point. So job evaluations, uh, it, it will decide the relative worth of jobs, and on basis of this wage structures will be there. But merit rating, it actually judge the performance of the workers. Because of this, we can go for upgradations, promotion, incentive, bonus systems, and it is very useful in the production planning and controlling as well as to increase the efficiency of the work. So these things you have to remember related to these two chapters. So very short questions are there. Once again, we go and after this we'll stop. So here first advantages of urban areas, small and big industry supporting this. Point rating system, this is related to merit rating. Performance rating of average college is 100%. Merit rating is useful for rewarding the person. Then fifth, observed times here 5 into 120 divided by 106. Job descriptions clearly mentions about the written is description is there, then it is the job description. Safety specify the attribute process by the employer to complete the job. Here job specification is there. Check the list of methods. Checklist of method. Merit rating is there. Assessment of requirement job is the job evaluation. Then the job evaluation, worth of jobs, and merit rating is method determine the individually employee's performance. So these are the question and answer related to our chapter numbers 5. Now revision of 5 and then we'll go for clue. Good plant layout. This is related to streamline flow of material. Interference allowance given to the worker due to the loss of production time to family storage, more machine. Which type of layout is related to manufacturing industry, aircraft industry. MTM is related to PMU. Process layout is related to batch production, layout is useful for under automobile industry process layout. Product layout is suitable for mass production, that is time measuring measure units. Land and is necessary in the type of the product layout. Fixed position, this is used for shipbuilding. Selection of material, it is based upon cost and efficiency. Intangible factors, that is community attitudes. The tangible factor, that is transportation. Hydroelectric plant is the examples of the your uh, hydroelectric plant. Big plant is their fixed position layout. Main objective good plant, all the above. Turblings, color of search, that is the black. Fixed position is also mean as a static layout. So this much points we have covered today. So with this, we conclude that our objective types of questions and their explanations from chapter number 1 to chapter number 6. So next time we'll go for summary of all chapter and then little bit content behind the syllabus also. So with this, we conclude that our this lecture is over. We'll stop here. Thank you once again to all of you. Okay, thank you.